Hi, hello, and welcome to Quantum Healing Hands Tarot. Today I'm bringing you a message from your loved ones who have passed on. It's not always easy to know where to get clear messages from heaven, but tarot is a way that you can communicate with your loved ones. So I wanted to bring you a message. We have 3 cards here to pick today. This is the first time I'm having you choose a card by what they look like. So I have the whole pile's already picked out, but these are the ones you can choose from. So if you already know from these and you just want to go ahead, click the timestamp down below, I'll meet you there. If not, and you need a little bit more help, let's get into our breathing. All right, so we're going to begin with 3 deep breaths. All right, so now that we're nice and relaxed, we can easily pick a pile. So if you like just what's on the card, you can go with maybe you always pick a certain pile. The way I do it is I close my eyes and I ask my intuition to show me which pile to pick. And I will very commonly see a number kind of pull forward in my mind's eye, like as if I was staring at a light and I closed my eyes and you can still see the outline. So that's what it looks like for me. And I use that because sometimes I can have a preference over something and my intuition will still tell me a different pile. So that's how I know to go to that one. So that's what I do. Or you can just pause right here, take as much time as you need, but honestly, your first instinct is usually the right pile to go to. So click the timestamp down below and I'll meet you over there. Hi, Pile 1. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm really honored to bring you this message from your loved one in heaven. Or the other side. Whatever you believe, I wanted to bring you a message that you may not be hearing. So it has been, I am a little late on uploading. I've been trying to upload about every 3 days, and about a week ago I got sick. And so it has been quite a long week. I haven't gotten sick in years. And so the inspiration for this reading came when I was listening to Melanie Martinez's new album, Portals. And the first song on the album is called Death. And I was reading about her process, and she has a room that she calls a portal for where spirits come in and out, and it's where she writes her music. And truthfully, I felt like I was on the edge of death this last week. It was I've never been this sick before. And so when I was listening to the album, she's talking about how she's, back from the dead. And I really related to that. So I wanted to bring you, so that's where it came to me. I was like, I should bring messages from loved ones who have passed. And so your pile, I got the Tower. Right off the bat, this to me is a family member, somebody who you've lived in the same house with. So, it could be a parent, a sibling, and somebody who could have passed with old age, but I'm getting more of a past passed on kind of prematurely. So what else? Yeah, all the little ghosts inside the house coming out of the chimney. There's a crown, so it could have been like, I'm sure that's for the tower, but to me it looks like a crown, so it could have been a parent, kind of like an authoritative figure that's getting like emperor vibes. Let's see. 3. Maybe it's been 3 years with the 3 flowers down there. But this is somebody who is watching over you and protecting your home. Like this gargoyle right here. It's kind of like in this position of like, it's not happy about, having to sit here as a gargoyle and watch over the house. Like your loved one isn't happier in heaven, but they will protect you whilst in heaven. Understandably, this loss could be very, I don't think any death is easy on anyone, but this in particular is something that I feel is really attacking your mental, the way you're thinking. And that's going to be, I think, where we're kind of having the focus today. Because I asked a bunch of questions. I think that's what I'm getting for the tower. Wanted to see if there was anything else, but I think that's what we got. Let's see. So the first question I asked was, what was the message they're trying to send to you? So with the gecko, the 2 of feathers, it is basically, so the gecko reminds you that you have the power to unleash the energies needed to deliver a clear outcome. It's basically just saying, like, know your truth and don't allow indecision to hold you back. Your loved one is just saying that you have what it takes. You know what you want to do. You know where you're going. And I really like this message. They're kind of just here to tap on your shoulder, and maybe that's what they did for you when they were here. Maybe you went to them a lot and asked them their opinion on what you're going to do, or you really respected their opinion. And so you may be feeling a little lost that you don't have somebody to tell you what to do per se. So that could be hard if you really appreciated this person's guidance. So they're still sending it to you. Listen to all the words that they've told you before and remember it, because it is still the energy they're bringing to you. They're saying, you know yourself. Your eyes are completely, are able to scan everything. It can feel scary sometimes to move forward because we're afraid of making the wrong decision. I don't know if you've ever heard this, but there really is no wrong decision. Every decision is going to lead you to where you're supposed to be. Even if it's a hard, like a big negative consequence, what you think is, that consequence is going to teach you so much about who you are. So you're not going to make any wrong decisions. And that's what they're wanting to say. They're saying, you know exactly where you're going. I love that. I asked them, where do the signs that they send you show up? So, with the King of Swords, I think there's a pretty clear little sign of a little butterfly right by his ear. So, every time you see a butterfly and you think of this person, that is them. So, they send you signs with butterflies. Maybe other things like dragonflies or birds, even. Like, are you ever sitting there and a bird just kind of like flies up to you and just looks at you and you think of this person? It's definitely when you see something like that and you think of this person, because the King of Swords is all about clear thinking. So when you are thinking about this person, that's actually when they're sending you the signs. So pay attention to what you're thinking about when you're reminded about them. And know that they're there to help you make a clear decision. The sword is representative of making decisions. And so the sword has it's a double-edged sword. It's like with the double decisions, like there's always going to be, if you choose this, then this can't happen. Or if you choose this, this is going to happen. But your loved one in heaven is here when you are trying to make these decisions. Clearly. But I also asked just directly, what challenges have they helped you through already? The challenges that they've helped you through is finding confidence in yourself, finding that passion. I feel like anytime you start to kind of feel lost, something gets lit up, as if it's in a dark room and all of a sudden you see like a little candle flicker. That is them. That's your loved one. They're highlighting the things about you that are amazing because they want you to remember. Like, I see something falling off your shelf and you going to go pick it up, and it either bringing you to something you haven't looked at in a while, but they leave you little breadcrumbs and lead you to reminding you are an amazing wild stallion who could go do whatever you want. You can accomplish anything. This is so powerful. I'm so happy for you that you have this person for you. Having someone on the other side who is looking out for you and wanting to help you know yourself and better yourself and move in the right direction. That's an amazing blessing. They just want to remind you you're a natural born leader. And I'm so happy to see that they have helped keep you strong and moving forward. I think understandably miss this person. We will always miss and grieve the people we lose. But it's such an amazing blessing when you gain their fifth dimensional spirit. Do you know what I mean? It's timeless. So they're there to help you every step of the way. And they know your outcome too. So that's why you're being so encouraged. So I asked what they are proud of you. Like, where do they just look at you and feel the beam of pride? They love that you know yourself. This card says that it is life's greatest work and most important thing is to know yourself. And they are so proud of you because you absolutely know yourself. It's so beautiful. You are independent. You are authentic. You compromise until you have to sacrifice who you are. Then you draw the line. I see this person in heaven sending you I see this person in heaven beaming with pride and joy. They are so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Very frequently I'll ask for what someone needs, and this is the card that comes up. So to know that this is what they're most proud of you for, like, congratulations. And with the Norns here, this is telling me that they're proud that you haven't accepted, like, necessarily the cards that have been dealt to you. They see that you are looking at your life and you are choosing where you want to go. Like, I can understand if you are missing that person to help you with those decisions. But honestly, they're saying you are doing it. You know yourself. You are forging your path. You aren't like, oh, this is my destiny. Nothing good is going to happen for me. Like, hardly. You are so confident and strong. This is so beautiful. Like, I am truly sorry you lost someone so close to you. Someone who, from your family home. But they're looking out for you. They're here for you. And they just want you to know that they understand. Life is hard and we have to make decisions sometimes that are scary. But from the looks of it, you know yourself and you have taken control of your life. They send you messages through the butterflies and everything like that. All right, so next is I wanted to know what they miss about you. Because even though they get to be with you, they get to watch you and look out for you, they're still not here on Earth experiencing life as a human with you. So I wanted to use the technique I kind of use for myself when I'm just on my off days. And this is kind of the only way I read for myself is I take my bicycle deck and I will, flip the first card. First card, Eight of Swords. So to me, what I just got from the Eight of Swords is I feel like you guys used to have really intellectual discussions. And I feel like you guys would talk about the way life works and kind of how to, like, you guys, you liked to kind of look at like how things could go wrong and you would talk about it. You were very interested in how to improve your life. And I think when you guys were together, you kind of had that sort of energy of like analyzing restrictions in the world. Because this card is about this card is a woman standing surrounded by like swords, and she's blindfolded and tied, but none of the swords have actually like caged her in. So it's saying sometimes restrictions we're having on ourselves are self-imposed. Sometimes we're just a prisoner to our minds. So I feel like you guys are very interested in talking about that, like mental strength kind of. And so once I get that sort of feeling, then I flip onto the next card and it keeps me so like that. And then I just keep talking. So, and truthfully, you guys may have been kind of morbid. You guys may have had like that conversation, like you guys would talk about things that maybe nobody else in the house would want to talk about. You guys kind of had that sort of dark sense of humor. And I see that. And just know that they miss that about you. They miss your dark sense of humor. But sometimes when you can have somebody who has that same sense of humor, who you can talk to, they feel safe. They feel like they can be themselves. And so I feel like you two provided that probably for each other. You know, nobody's perfect, but this card does talk about emotional security. So maybe you never worried that this person loved you. Like, because you guys would fight. That's a lot of swords there. But I feel like you understood each other. And so, you know, that can be, they loved that about your relationship together. I wonder if you guys were both also like impulsive and like liked to go do things without you know, you guys didn't need plans. If you thought something sounded fun, you'd go do it. I'd miss that person too. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, you two together have this confidence that I feel like people don't understand, but everybody saw it. Everybody was able to see that you two got along so well. And this person has really helped you be who you are. Because of this person, you know yourself. Because of this person, you have taken control of your life, for better or worse, you know? It may be because you weren't the proudest of who this person was. Like, maybe you wanted them to take better care of themselves. But the way you guys got along, I see, really helped develop who you are. They miss the routine, the kind of expecting each other to be there and always knowing that if they had a joke to throw, you kind of were always there to catch it. And I think they really miss the dynamic you guys had. As do you, obviously. It's just easy to see that you guys, I think, both thought in a similar way that maybe you don't have anymore. And maybe it was something you didn't even have to like develop. It was just very natural. I feel like they miss and wish they could have given you more financially, helped you out longer financially. I feel like they wanted to be able to invest and help, and that opportunity is, isn't there anymore. They miss you so much. I feel like you were probably one of the people that they stuck around maybe longer than they could have. The three of them. Flowers. It could have been longer than 3 years or less than 3 years, but I'm getting it the time frame that it's been long enough that maybe you don't cry every second of the day about this person, but you still hurt constantly because of it. Yeah, it's the last one. I think they're just really sorry they weren't able to give you more financial security. But what they were able to give you was confidence and security in who you are. And you can take that and go make money. Confidence is everything. So I'm really happy to see that that's where your loved one is coming through for you. That they want you to know when you're trying to make decisions, remain confident in yourself that you actually know what you're doing. They miss you. They miss the way you guys would connect in a very unique way. The way you guys would discuss things, and I'm really sorry that you lost a loved one. But know that they are sending you messages. They're always with you. They came in and stepped in today to try out this tarot thing to talk to you. And by the way, Pile 1, you did amazing. Angels in heaven, thank you so much. Before I wrap it up, I have a quantum healing code for you. So this quantum healing code is, what is it? To enhance communication with those who are in heaven. So this is to thin the veil so you can communicate clearer. So if you don't know what a quantum healing code is, they work like the placebo effect in the way that if you believe in it, it works. So the universe we live in is actually broken down into numbers. We are technically a mental reality, but we experience it in a physical way. So if that is too hard to comprehend, don't worry about it. Just write down this number. It's three individual numbers. Spaces are very important, but it's written as one whole code. So before trying to open your channels and communicate with your loved ones, whether it's through journaling or just talking out loud, you can write down this code, and I think the lines will become a little bit more two-way. So Pile 1, I am so grateful I was able to do this for you. Thank you for trusting in me and taking the chance on having me read for your loved ones in heaven. So Pile 1, I can't tell you how much I appreciate this. It was a really, really long week off, and so I'm really happy to be back. If you liked this message, I would just love for you to click the little thumbs up button. It lets me know that I'm doing good with my readings. And if you loved this reading, I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of my channel. I feel like I'm getting almost 2 months now, and I honestly, I can't imagine ever stopping. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm really honored to bring you a message from your loved one in heaven. So I'm so sorry if you have lost somebody. I know it can be hard to find ways to communicate with them, or, sometimes when we are speaking to our loved ones, we just want to hear a message back. And so not everybody knows that you can use tarot to communicate with your loved ones, but it's another way. Tarot is amazing. So for starters, you chose the Judgment card. So the first thing that really came to my mind was, this is somebody who you have very possibly passed judgment on in life. So that could very easily be like a friend, an acquaintance, somebody you knew. So that's one way. And please don't take that as like you're a judgmental person. What I mean is sometimes we just have unfounded judgments or things that really we judge about ourselves. And so we project it. And so maybe after this person passed away, you became very aware of your judgments, and maybe you judged them incorrectly or prematurely or what have you. So another way to look at this is I'm getting you very, very possibly could have lost a child. And if that is so, please know I'm sending you healing energy. And so I will do my best to just bring you my true intuitive message. So, a little morbid. There's like a little hand waving. But the energy, this card was I asked them to introduce themselves and their basic overall energy. So, yeah, this definitely could be so those are the kind of energies I'm getting. This could definitely have been an acquaintance, somebody you didn't really know very well, or like you could be these people looking at that thing and being kind of afraid, or vice versa. This could be you and feeling like you maybe were too harsh or something along those lines. Like any parent who loses their child, I can only imagine you would live every day with that feeling of, I wish I was just nicer to them. I wish I just would have. I wish I would have. And so you may feel like you're a villain, something like that. And I want to bring you a comforting message today. Let's get on that. So the first question I asked was, what message are they trying to send to you? Whew. So this card represents a few things. The main thing is truth and perception. So the bat here is trying to help you. It's like this card kind of represents constructive criticism, if you're ready for it. And it's not bad. It's literally just saying, I think it's just trying to actually come in and bring some logic to what you're going through. And if you are a parent who's lost a child, I can only imagine the battles, the mental battles you're facing. Like I said, I should have been nicer. It's like, know that everything, the bat is here to kind of help you confront that darkness, to face what has been maybe making you fall asleep. This card represents waking up. So if this isn't a child that you've lost, this is somebody who I think you didn't fully understand. And now that they're on the other side, they are actually a huge spiritual force for you to help enlighten you and wake you up. I feel like they see what potential you have, and they're here to kind of like open your eyes and say, look at what you can do. And that's for both parties here. Know that you can do so much more than than you think you are capable of. I think the Queen of Feathers is just saying, take my hand. I know things are a little scary, but if we move forward, you'll make progress. There's definitely that energy of like you're kind of afraid of making the wrong decisions and maybe going after something and it not working out. You don't want to look foolish. But I think they're trying to send you a message that you actually have everything you need, that you are very self-disciplined and in total control. Have you ever heard of the song, it's an acronym, WITCH, Woman in Total Control of Herself? That's what I'm hearing. So I asked them also to show me where, or to tell me where they show signs for you. So I asked them, where do their signs that they're sending you show up? I feel like this person shows up for you when you are working, when you are putting in the time and focusing on something that you're passionate about. I feel like they come in and they are influencing your behavior. Like, are you ever kind of doing something and all of a sudden you're like, I have an idea. I should go get a book on something about that. That is your loved one kind of whispering in your ear. And if, I say loved one, like you may not know this person too closely, a friend. But what's beautiful is when people pass on, they're able to see everything. So they're able to see your full potential. And maybe they have gotten to know you in a whole new way. And they're like, wow, this person should be an actor. I don't know why they're not acting. And all of a sudden you're getting this inspiration. So I think that's really cool. That happens to me a lot. Like, honestly, that's probably what happened with doing tarot. I wanted to do tarot for years, but then just one day it was like, I should put some makeup on my hands and do tarot. It was literally kind of like that. And so and it came out of nowhere. So sometimes we get whispered those sort of suggestions because they're in this omnipresent stage where they're like, oh shit, they could be doing makeup, hand makeup, and tarot, and because they see it's an energy that everyone's coming up on, so to speak. So that's what they're doing for you. They're looking out for opportunities for you and kind of like whispering them in your ear and like, hey, you should go get this, you should go try getting this job. So if you ever get those sort of inspirations, that's where it's coming from. I also asked, what challenges have they helped you get through already? So one thing that I see that they've actually already helped you get through is, I feel like I feel like they actually helped you a little bit of this here in the material realm, like while they were alive. I feel like this person really, really helped you kind of stay on track and focused, disciplined, determined. I feel like maybe they were a reason and a cause for you to be focused. They looked out for you, kind of. You know, maybe you went to them for like dating advice or something, and they kind of helped you know that you deserved to be treated right. And if this was a kid, kids always help parents become more mature and grow up. So this was definitely while they were here. Let's see. And I think what they're doing for you now is giving you new directions. I'm pretty sure, I feel like that was something maybe with the Queen of Feathers. But here it is saying they've helped you when things aren't like driving direct, when the road starts getting bumpy. They're helping you pull off to the side of the road. Again, you get these sort of like kind of just inspirational, like, oh, something's telling me I need to go bring my car into the shop. And then there was a problem that, you know, your little engine light didn't go off for. Anytime something's not working 100, I feel like this person honestly comes in and kind of like, you know, tightens your bolts that you didn't know were loosened, so to speak. But I wanted to know what they were most proud of you for. So truthfully, they see that you're magic. Anything you've kind of envisioned, you've gone after. This Chariot card is really, I do see that. I see that you, anything you've thought of, you can create. I feel like, and it doesn't take you too long to get started on it. So they just see you having these ideas and manifesting them. And they're just blown away that you have that ability. They're so happy for you. You are a driven and determined person, and they try and help you out with different ideas. And any little idea they've ever whispered in your ear, they're just handing you a seed. You're growing it into the tree. Don't let what happens to you take you down. Losing somebody people can resign their whole lives. And if it was your child, again, I'm so, so sorry. The strength it takes to move on from losing a child, I cannot imagine it. But if this is a friend of yours or somebody you knew, even then, all of a sudden you start seeing this person's face everywhere. You're thinking of them all the time. It can be hard to move on. But your loved one is seeing that you don't let this hold you back. So the last thing I asked was, so I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of do how I do my card pulls on my days off when I'm just trying to keep my channels open. So, for example, I will flip the first card, 7 of Cups. Oh, and so, but the question is what do they miss? So the first card I pull is to kind of answer that question, and then I go forward, and as I'm talking, I'll keep pulling cards from my little stack I have. So 7 of Cups up front. I think they miss everything that you guys did together. I feel like it wasn't one thing you had in common. Like, you did all fun activities, you had deep conversations, you had a lot of fun playing games, and you were able to create things together, and they just miss everything about you and everything you guys would experience. The 7 of Cups is just 7 floating beautiful cups of every option, good and bad. And I think they miss experiencing all the ups and downs in life with you. And then I'll pull another card and I'll keep going from there. I think, so with the 7 of Wands here, I believe that they almost miss defending you. I feel like you may get it kind of hard from some people, and they are on the other side just like wanting, they miss being able to stick up for you in person. So when you're feeling down or defenseless or like your footing is uneven, they want to be there for you in the way that they used to be. Yeah, there is so much sadness here in the fact that they're not on earth with you. They're in heaven, they're connected to you, they're always talking to you and listening to you, but trust that they miss you just as much as you miss them, if not more. I think it could be actually kind of hard for them to see you not doing well. That's not what I mean. What I see is that you are in a good financial situation. And so it's this feeling of course they wanted to live this life with you. Not like using you in any way. Just, I can only imagine a friend, an acquaintance, one of your children. It's not going to be easy for them to see you with, maybe you had another kid or you still have other children. They're going to just miss being a part of that and feeling complete. Yeah, I feel like you two were kind of like partners in crime. Like the way you guys would work together um would be really like if you, let's say you worked at the same job. Like you guys worked really well together. Or if, this is one of your kids, like you guys probably like had a really great time always like baking or doing something teamwork. They miss being a part of the team. There's just I understandably they're very sad. This is not someone who has passed on and is like, hey, everything's okay. I really get the feeling that this person regularly is trying to reconnect with you. Like I said, I saw this little hand sticking out of the grave waving. Like, they may have passed on, but they aren't in any way gone at all. They kind of don't want to move on until they don't want to move on alone. They miss being able to defend you and stick up for you and protect you. Like, they actually, it's because they can't do things like stick up for you when someone's being mean. What they have done is they use that and they come up with a whole new path for you. Like, the best revenge is success, and they know that. So that's what they're actually really on board helping you with. That Eight of Pentacles. They're there to actually like make your life better every step of the way. They've helped you become this like super driven person. I definitely see that this person probably wanted to accomplish more. And so with you, they are making sure that you are going to be financially stable. They're making sure that you are going to have full abundance. Like, they really wanted to do well in life together. And so they're going to make sure that you're going to do well financially. This card to me says that you were very emotional together. You both cried a lot together. You shared your feelings. And they want you to know that when you're crying, they hear you and they're there with you. And they miss you, and they miss being able to actually like hug you and have you feel it and have your head lean on their shoulder. Yeah, they miss just talking to you. Like, I feel like when you guys were together, it was just like, ba, 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 ba. And so this happened, and then this happened. And oh my God, did you hear what they said? And they miss that. I see you two, you were both very cunning. Like, you both were very mentally sharp and knew. I feel like you had quick wit and were able to kind of like call out other people's bullshit. It can be hard if you lost the person that understood you the most, where you both had your backs against the world and it was just you two. Very like Thelma and Louise. There's so many messages here that they really enjoyed helping you, like, defend yourself, not be bullied. I feel like they were the ones that let you know you deserve the absolute best. The absolute best. They just want to... I see that they want to help you complete this picture of a perfect family. I know they miss being a part of that. They just want you to know that even when you have 3 spilled cups, you still have that Ace of Hearts, that Ace of Cups coming through the clouds. They are always handing you a gift. They hand you these opportunities of like inspiration and creativity. I literally see you like sitting under a tree crying. And they just want you to know they're with you. They wanted to grow with you. They wanted to... I don't in any way feel that they were okay with how soon they left. But if it can be any consolation, they are sending you... They're the ones that have been helping you get to this like financial Ten of Pentacles. In terms of bicycle deck, red is positive and black is more negative. So, you know, like the swords and the wands, those typically can have more negative connotations. And so cups and pentacles usually more positive. So this is a very positive group of cards. Yeah, see, they're wanting to help remove the 10 of Wands. They want you to have this new opportunity so you don't have to carry so much on your back. They just want you to be aware that you are constantly being handed over opportunities from heaven to improve your life. Just remember, they know you literally have the power of the universe within you. And they're here supporting you the entire way. They miss being here with you on the physical plane. So they are extremely active and present in your life because they miss you so much. So much. I don't think I said anything about the 8 of Wands. All of this is coming soon. They just want you to know that life-giving energy is coming in. Everything you're working towards is coming in. The Queen of Feathers was saying, when I asked what was their message that they're trying to send you, the first message that was coming through was that they just want you to have a clear understanding of what's happening in life. Like, have the perspective that things are going to work out well. Everything is going in the right direction. I feel like you're given all these amazing opportunities and you seize them. But it's very possible that you may not know where it's going. This may be a time in your life when you haven't had the most confidence in your direction. And your loved one is just here to say, like, you should, because you've overcome so much on... You aren't somebody who wastes a lot of time, basically. You don't sit around and just go, what should I do? I don't know. You get ideas and you follow through with them. You have somebody on the other side who sees you as a successful, talented, rich, life-giving person, and they want to help you bring more of that. They see your potential and they want you to see it too. So, last but not least, I wanted to bring you a quantum healing code. So, this is a quantum healing code that enhances communication with those who are in heaven. It's basically a code that thins the veil. So if you don't know what a quantum healing code is, they are codes that work like the placebo effect in connection to how our universe is made up of numbers and is mental. So when you write down this code, you're kind of activating this aspect of life. And so it's 3 separate numbers and the spaces are very important, but it's written as one whole code. So before trying to communicate with your loved one next time, write down this code and envision it being as clear as picking up a phone. So pile 2, I really hope I hope I was able to bring you something that comforted you. I knew it could be kind of scary to bring messages from loved ones who have passed, but it's such a beautiful and useful tool. Don't be afraid to pick up your own deck. As you see, I just use bicycle cards. You don't even have to have a tarot deck. So if you ever just want that sort of flow of communication, that's also how I do it. As I'm talking, I just flip the cards and the messages come, and just trust yourself. They're here with you. So pile 2, thank you so much for joining me. If you liked this video, I would love for you to give it a little thumbs up. That lets me know that I'm doing it right and it's resonating. If you loved this message, I would just love for you to subscribe and be a part of my channel. It's been almost 2 months and I honestly can't see my life. I can't see tarot ever leaving my life. So thank you all for being here and I hope you have a great day. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm really honored to bring you a message from your loved ones in heaven. So if you didn't know that you could contact them through tarot, you can. It's a nice, clear way to ask a specific person a specific message and get a specific answer. So, but if you haven't tried any of that and you kind of just want some guidance, I wanted to bring that to people. So you chose the Lover's card. This could be very plain and simple that you have a lover who had passed. My condolences. The other energies I was getting was, this is somebody who you romanticized. So that can be a few things. That can be like grandparents. Sometimes we romanticize who our grandparents are, but that's because we didn't grow up with them. So it's easy to do that. So, but the other energy signature I'm getting is, and I just kind of picked this up, which I was surprised about, but kind of somebody you don't actually even know, but somebody you looked up to, or were really inspired by. I'm not going to say necessarily like a celebrity, because that would be a really interesting celebrity reading. But somebody that you didn't know personally and that you maybe you had written letters to, like, but yeah, maybe it's somebody who you met online and so you never actually met them in person. So yeah, those are the kind of energies. This kind of a past lover, someone who you romanticized, or honestly, somebody who you didn't even know, which is also sort of the romanticizing of somebody. But I was meaning in the second way, like a grandparent or an aunt or uncle, a sibling, somebody who passed on, who maybe now that they've passed on, you see them like an angel and kind of are able to like ignore the fact that they were maybe I don't know why I was going to say maybe ignoring the fact that they were, a bloodthirsty energy vampire kind of thing. So those are the energies. I want to know more though. The first question I asked was, what is the message they're trying to send? So, Six of Feathers reversed. This is just a kind of short and sweet message. I don't know if it's sweet. A short message about, it says you can't put a Band-Aid on a situation. So there's kind of a need for a permanent solution to something you're dealing with right now and not just a quick fix. I'm going to look at all of these to really get like the full story. That's just saying like you can't do a quick fix. I think with the 10 of Acorns, it's saying like you very could possibly need to take on more responsibility or less. Depends on which boat you're in. But the donkey is an extremely hardworking creature, like going through the Grand Canyon, that they always sack up all the donkeys with, saddlebags and stuff like that. So, but this represents more than just like physical action. This is kind of like, what does it say? A deep spiritual dedication to complete tasks. So there may kind of be a place in your life where you just feel like you have a lack of boundaries, and that's what's kind of saying that it's saying to kind of develop them a little bit more. Don't take on the activities of other people too often because you'll get worn out. I think they're kind of here stepping in saying, yeah, with the Six of Feathers reversed, can't put a Band-Aid on a situation. They're coming in to say, like, you can't just keep temporarily putting off things that you need to deal with now, because it'll just hurt further down the line. It's kind of important to like clear it out, get the clutter out of the way, and find a permanent solution to this crap you're dealing with. Yeah, so they really see that you're coming to a place where you're like running out of options. And I get this sort of sense of like emergency, like you're really needing help now. And so they're kind of swooping in to help you, coming to save the day. Maybe this was something that this person said to you frequently of like, don't take on other people's crap. Go after your own dreams. So this is either, like I said, someone you, a lover, a partner, and they were always like trying to encourage you to be more care for yourself in the way you care for others. Or that's something that this romanticized person would kind of do or say, maybe. Maybe they were someone who took no crap from anybody and you really look up to them for that. Or same with somebody who you don't even know, but that was their general message. That when you're feeling out of control, when you're feeling powerless, just breathe and don't be afraid to ask for help. They're here. Four of Shells reversed. The crane. This person is trying to bring you a new energy. They're kind of trying to help bring in a whole new day, a whole new kind of, how they say, the saying goes, every day is a new day to start your life over. You can be anybody you want to be. They're really, honestly, they're bringing in such a strong energy of wanting you to... they're wanting you to come up with a new idea. They're just kind of saying, like, what you've been doing isn't working and you're getting burnt out. Maybe you're stuck up in bed because you just are trying to shut out the world, so you are using maybe more dramatic tactics. And you can keep those boundaries up without sacrificing your happiness. So that's the message that they're trying to send to you today. That you're kind of trying to put a bandage on a bullet hole, and it's important to recognize who shot you, who put that bullet hole there. Because I don't think you did. I think you are a generous, amazing person who, unfortunately, people can think sometimes you're easy to take advantage of because of your kindness. And this person is swooping in and saying, and not today. So what if so this person may have been kind of scary in life, but they're going to be the ones to tell you and encourage you of how to protect yourself. So I asked them, where do their signs that they send you, where do they show up? So they like to show up when you are planning for the future. They like to kind of step in and check out what you're doing, check out what you got on your plate, and they really like to influence you in the ways of, it's kind of like you have somebody at the finish line who knows what's behind each door, and they're able to kind of like peek around and be like, pick 3, pick door number 3. And so here you are listening to your intuition, and you're like, something's telling me to pick door number 3. And all of a sudden you win a like all expenses paid trip. They're the ones that kind of open up the door for opportunities. Like, I just keep seeing this guy coming in through the window, and it's like, he is here to rescue her. He is here to say, like, I got you. I don't think you're in the right spot. you know, they give you signs by literally like a plane will go by and you'll be like, huh, that makes me think of I should book a trip. Or, you see a cloud and it makes you think of something. Like, they do honestly whatever they can to get you to look in the direction of the future. So they're just kind of like, calling your attention to things. And so right now, the thing they're trying to call your attention to is taking care of everyone else is preventing you from getting to your boarding gate. Like, after some point of walking through the airport and you stopping to help every person along the way, you're going to miss your flight. And I feel like they're the ones over the monitor being like, oh, pile 3, could you make it to your gate? We're about to take off. I don't know if you've ever had that happen. I have. When they're calling your name over the speaker at the airport. Don't suggest it. But they're here to let you know you're going to get to the gate on time. They're the ones that kind of like just get you there in the nick of time. They're inspiring you. They're helping you. Like, if this is an energy of somebody who you don't actually personally know, but you wanted to tap into, this is somebody who knew exactly the dreams they wanted and went after them. And so you really look to this person as an inspiration. If this was an old lover, again, my heart goes out to you. I cannot imagine what that is like to lose someone you love and like were partnered with. But they don't want you to stop living life, and they do want you to, take a load off. I think they're encouraging you to take a trip, reevaluate the future, kind of see how you've been doing things, and they're like, I think it's time to do things differently. But I asked also what challenges they've helped you already get over. Okay. My apologies. So I asked them what challenges they've actually already helped you get over. So the Four of Crystals reversed, this adorable little otter, or beaver. It's a beaver. It represents, obviously, we all know how beavers like to build dams. So what this is saying to me, though, is that this person actually, while they were here, really helped you. I feel like they were teaching you how to break down your walls, and you kind of are in this place right now where it's like, have you broken down the walls too much? Are you letting too many people in? Maybe you were closed off for so long, and so you feel guilty now and feel like you have to do that. So while they were here, they helped you protect yourself from what was really honestly easily hurting you in this world. I think you learned that the walls were not helping you. They helped you see that if you actually want to live life, you have to move forward. I feel like, but as you've been moving forward, unfortunately, a lot of people have been seeing you blossoming. And sometimes people think that means that's like an open invitation to come and like take from you. And it's not. So something that I see that they've helped, a challenge that they've already helped you through here with the Knight of Shells, it's basically just saying that they're helping you see that life is just nothing but opportunity. Everything is a new inspiration. Everything is, an ambitious way for you to go after your dreams. You've really, I feel like, come out of your shell. You know how to protect yourself, what's too much. And truthfully, I feel like you really struggled for a long time knowing how much you could trust yourself, your own intuition. And they're here to say, like, trust your intuition, but ask your intuition. Like with this little mouse, it was saying, like, don't be afraid to ask for help. But I think here you need to not be afraid to ask your own intuition about what's going on. If you aren't sure if you should take on an opportunity or help somebody, just calm down, breathe, close your eyes, and ask yourself if you should help this person. And the first answer you get is your intuition. So trust it. Next, though, so that is what they've helped you get over. Next, I asked, what are they proud of you for? So what's cool about the Void is it talks about how basically this is just kind of endless possibilities. So what they're saying they're proud of you for is honestly that you're always willing to learn, you're always willing to explore. You kind of know that your fate is in your own hands. And so I think you're excited to look towards the future. When you get these signs to go after something, you believe that anything is possible. Like, you like that mystery exists. You like the unknown. So for you, you enjoy exploring, and I really see that's what draws people into you, like this swirling void. You are such a strong energy that when people are around you, they kind of get sucked into your tide pool. And so, unfortunately, you probably pick up a lot of stragglers. You are in a position of absolute endless possibilities. And they're so proud of you for never forgetting that. I feel like that's a pretty consistent element to who you are. You no longer wonder if you're passionate. You no longer wonder if you need to hide. I feel like this person really helped you break down these walls. And whether it was just seeing how they did it or just from directly talking to you about everything. But they see what's going on in your life right now, and they just really want you to know you have so much potential, endless possibilities. Don't let people, when they're being sucked into your amazing vortex of energy, just remember you can put up those boundaries and say, thank you, no thank you. I'm glad I've been able to help you, but you got to move on. So that is what they're proud of you for. So the last thing I wanted to do was I asked what they missed about you. So this next part is going to be kind of how I do my readings on my days off. When I'm just kind of want to keeping my channels open, I'll do this where so the first question was, What do they miss about you? And the first card I get is the Nine of Cups. So the thing that they miss about you is the sort of like, you made them feel like their dreams came true. You fulfilled every hope that they could have wanted in a lover. And, you know, and if like, so, sometimes it's funny when I'm talking about in one group it being someone like a romantic thing and then in the same breath like family. So, but because it's very easy to change out these sort of energies. So you could have been the perfect lover for them, or, for example, the perfect grandchild for them, or the perfect fan for them. You believed in them. You made them feel so fulfilled in everything that they did. You made them feel like they were right with who they are. They miss that you inspired them. They miss how strong you are. They miss how inspirational you are. I feel like they're on the other side just blown away with what you're doing and how you're growing. And I think while they were here, you directly influenced them and made them a better person. They miss the way that you prioritized them. You thought that they were perfect. You loved them. Like I said, you definitely romanticized this person. And they appreciated it. They appreciated that you accepted them for who they were. Even in times of no money or when you couldn't be together, you never used that as any sort of reason to judge them. You saw them in the most beautiful light, and they know that and they appreciate that, and they miss the way it was here with you. I feel like when you were together, it was restful, it was relaxing. You know, if this was, let's say, somebody you look up to, they were definitely like not a family member or lover, but they were somebody who really took comfort and security in their fans and people who wrote letters to them, and like that gave them such reassurance. When life was just absolutely at their hardest, they're testing faith, the resilience, you helped them. And now they're here for you in your toughest times, in your times when you're needing more courage to get through life in general, to keep looking forward, to keep believing in the mystery. They really, really want to be here for you and encourage you. I mean, come on. The Two of Cups, the Lovers. I'm really sorry if you lost your soulmate, if you lost someone that you had expected to spend the rest of your life with. They miss you. Not for a single second do they, every second that goes by here on earth, they wish they could be with you. They are in a time when time doesn't exist. But they know that you are still having to go through this experience on this like 3D plane where we're experiencing time one moment at a time. But they miss you. God. I just see them like looking at your wedding day. Just the perfect family. You were an aspect of their life that made them feel complete. Whether this was a partner, grandparent, or just some celebrity you had a crush on. Literally. You being you made it perfect. They miss how at home they felt. They felt secure and loved by you. And they know that you still do. Last card. I think there was kind of an unemotional energy from this person. Like deep and passionate, but like maybe didn't cry all the time. Maybe it wasn't always outwardly expressive of how they felt. And maybe they regret that a little bit. Maybe they wish they expressed their love a little bit more, a little bit louder. Just know that you made them feel complete. And every second that you're here, they miss you. Every pile was extremely different, so please trust this message is very clear and for you. Before I wrap it up, I wanted to give you a quantum healing code. So this quantum healing code is to actually enhance the communication with those who are in heaven. So this thins the veil between realms. So it is so if you don't know what a quantum healing code is, it works like a placebo effect in the way that if you believe in it, it works. So the world we live in, the universe we live in, is actually made up of numbers. We are a mental existence. We just experience it in a physical way. So these numbers, when you write them down, it kind of activates that aspect of life. And so it is 3 individual numbers. The spaces are very important. But write this code down and envision literally like a zipper coming down, a veil being removed. You are able to talk to this person clear as day. And the hope is that the telephone line will be clear coming back to you, that you'll be able to see their signs a little bit more. Because the way they send you signs is like in opportunities. But if you want something more specific, ask for it. Maybe ask to see a flamingo or something like that. Like be very, very specific. Because when you see it, you'll know. You'll know it's them. This person wants to be present for you and wants you to know they wish they gave you so much more emotionally. But I think how secure you felt with them, it really, honestly, I don't feel like that was ever a complaint of yours. You never were like, you didn't give me enough. Like, hardly. I think you appreciated every aspect of who they are and were to you in life. Pile 3, I think that's the message. They're just wanting, stop taking on other people's crap so much. Don't put a Band-Aid over a bullet hole. Find a permanent resolution to a situation. You are passionate and driven. You know how high your walls need to be to keep the bad people out and let the good opportunities in. You have so much control in a good way over your future. You're listening to all opportunities. You see the opportunities arriving and know that that is them kind of opening these doors for you, whispering of where to go. So Pile 3, oh my gosh, I'm so happy to be back. This was the longest week of my life. I have never been so sick before. If I hadn't mentioned that, I got sick. It was a very, very long week, and I was brought back from the dead, and I wanted to don't mean to be insensitive. I literally felt like I was on the brink of death with this illness. So I'm so happy to be alive. I'm so grateful. And that's why I wanted to bring you a message from your loved ones in heaven. So thank you. If you liked this message, I would love for you to give it a little thumbs up. That lets me know that the reading went well, it resonated, and all is good. If you loved this message, I would just love for you to subscribe and be a part of my channel. It's been almost 2 months now, and honestly, my life has been forever changed, and I'm so grateful. So thank you all for being here, and I hope you have a great day.